Okay, it's recording, I think.
Hey guys, what's up? Desperado Dan here. I'm about to sit down and do an interview with another one of my cosplay friends, Vincent. So why don't we get right to it and bring him in, and we'll get this interview underway. Alright, so as you can see, my friend Vincent Molesky is here with me now. Thank you again for being on my show today.
Anytime.
Why don't you go ahead and give the audience a little bit about yourself.
Alright, so my name is Vincent Molesky, as I know you've heard from my lovely friend Dan here. I've been doing performances around the New England area for about 13 years, relating to improv for live street performances, and about 5 years for stage combat. I've competed at Anime Boston Masquerade twice and have walked away with awards with my lovely girlfriend Kaylee Lawrence. And those awards have been...
Who everybody knows as Mama Undertaker.
Yes. Those awards have been First Place Novice Craftsmanship and First Place Novice Performance. We've walked away with one Conchair Award from AAC for, if I remember correctly, it was not this past year, but the year prior.
Year before.
We did How Pokemon Eat Their Food.
Yep.
That was fun. That's really all I've got for that kind of stuff, aside from the minor commission business on the side.
Well, why don't you go ahead, well, since you just segued into that, why don't you tell people about your Facebook page and your business that you work on?
So, as some of you know me, I have Dragon's Bane cosplay and photography, but we also have Crow's Bane, which is a mixture of me and Kaylee doing our little side business. We take commissions for cosplays, we do yukatas and all that kind of stuff. We are currently not working on much, because the flow is a little slow. We're getting into things. We're working on getting our website up, getting everything together, situating our Etsy account. Along with the cosplays, we also tend to do wood-burnt notebooks and specialize in doing oddities and such.
Alright, cool. Alright, so let's get right into it then. Obviously, I'm going to start with something that probably everybody's heard of, because obviously you've seen it on Facebook as well. I want to get right into the Yaya Hun fabrics from Joann's.
No.
I have seen multiple opinions on this. Some people are saying, oh, this is a great idea. Some people are saying this is probably the most horriblest idea that they've ever seen. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, some people are saying it's polyester. Some people are saying, no, it's a cotton blend. But what do you think?
Well, you can't really say it's a polyester, it's a cotton blend, because she's marketing different kinds of fabrics. Some of it's cotton, some of it's polyester. You got your pleathers, your spandexes, and all that. Some of them state hand wash only or do not wash, which is a bit of a concern to me because the dyes and the fabrics need to be set. I don't agree with the price point on many of her fabrics. That's my personal opinion. While yes, she offers some nice fabrics like the stretch pleather, which is relatively expensive no matter where you go. From experience, I've noticed going into Joann's that the stretch pleather is actually peeling off its backing, which a minor concern to me, but that's besides the point. The other fabrics that she's offering are fabrics that you can get just about anywhere at least 25% less, if not 50%. The only time I'd really buy Yaya Hun fabrics is if I was going in with a 50% off coupon. And I felt like having something brand name. Which I don't do. I tend to order my fabrics online. I don't even go into Joann's anymore. I'll go to fabric.com or I'll go to Worcester for the $2.99 fabric store. Because I feel as though since cosplay has become more mainstream, that prices on fabrics, especially specialty brocades, spandexes, and costume materials, have skyrocketed.
They have. They really have.
And quality-wise, they're cheap.
Yep,
they're cheaply made, and that's not necessarily Yaya's fault. Okay, that's the manufacturer that's manufacturing these materials for her. She might not even know the quality of the fabric that she's selling is as poor as it is, in my opinion. I've had the opportunity to work with heavy velour and brocades. I mean, I got brocades over here. We have this. This is made out of a couch.
And ladies and gentlemen, she's not lying either. He's not lying when he says that.
No, I'm not. Like, we take all kinds of materials from different things. Like, I've ripped the lace off of prom dresses like these. I've done all sorts of stuff like that to get my materials, and it cost me significantly less. I don't see why anyone else would need to go out of their way to buy something brand name and expensive when it, in reality, is no different from what Joann's and these websites already offer. there's no point.
It's true. It really is. So let's segue into the next conversation here. Obviously, you've seen some of the pictures from the destruction of certain hotels, and you've seen those pictures. Obviously, everybody has. They're all over Facebook.
Stop is all I have to say.
You know, it's something that really is starting to make the cosplay community seem like we're nothing but a bunch of vandals. Yeah. Now, I know how most people have felt, because I've asked other people in the cosplay community that it's not fair that these people are getting away with being able to vandalize hotel rooms and being able to vandalize public property, and yet we're getting blamed for it. How do you feel as an administrator to Cosplay Against Bullying? You know, how does that make you feel otherwise? Because we've bunked together before, we've been to con, we've been to multiple things together.
I feel like what people are saying needs to be taken with a grain of salt, because they're blaming the entire community for one sector of the community that we don't necessarily have control over.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at it at a standpoint as a professional for the NECC, it's like, you know, we're not all that bad. Just calm down. But it's a lot of this newer generation I'm noticing that's doing this. It's the younger ones that don't necessarily have people going, hey, you probably shouldn't do that, or have somebody to help bring them into the conventions, bring them into the community. They're using these conventions and such as an outlet for destructive behavior instead of using it to be constructive. Which... constructive. You see what I did there?
Yeah, I saw what you did there. Yeah. Let's not get off topic.
Puns.
Nice. Very nice.
I'm the funniest person alive. No, but
pun not intended.
When it comes to this kind of stuff, I think people need to realize that it's not the whole of the cosplay community doing this.
Okay.
We are a large community. We have our downfalls. It's not all of us. It's a very small handful of us, and it's always that small handful that's brought up to the attention of the media, or brought up to the attention of other people in the community, or parents, or people writing news articles and stuff like that. They'll take the negative and immediately blast it out everywhere, and we see this on a regular basis.
It's true, we do.
And I mean, you can apply the same kind of thing to any other news article you've read, because if you've noticed, it's not just the cosplay community that's dealing with this stuff.
Nope.
It's the LGBT.
Yep.
It's Planned Parenthood and stuff like that, that also has that blasted out there. And I'm looking at this going, maybe if we focused on the positive for once instead of the, oh, look, a penguin learned how to talk today, we'd be fine. Not the one highlights the whole picture. People need to focus on the big picture, not the, well, this little thing happened over here, this little thing happened over here, so you all must be horrible people. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, stop.
So, I'm going to piggyback on something here, because you brought up a great point. You brought up the NECC.
Yes.
For a lot of our viewers who may be first-timers or who may not know what the NECC is, would you mind just giving a brief explanation of what the NECC is and what they do for the community?
All right. So the NECC is a group of people, myself and my girlfriend, Katie included. You're a volunteer.
No, technically I'm also treasurer.
No, you're not.
I was. Okay. We'll go with that.
Well, we'll go with that for now.
For now.
We have we had a lot of changes in staff, man.
I realize that.
A lot of things changed. A lot of things came up. Things where we've been dealing with a lot of stuff going on lately, especially regarding the picnic coming up in August. Hi, the NECC, that giant picnic you guys hear about every year in Boston? Hi, that's us. We do that.
Yes.
I'm the webmaster, and I'm the one that's constantly making posts, constantly.
And trust me, she's up until
questions.
1. She's up till 2 in the morning making posts.
2 in the morning.
Well,
that's an early night.
Well,
that's early to bed for me.
That's true.
I'm usually up late at night, because I know a lot of the community usually is, because they've either been working all day and they want to spend time online, or they've been sleeping all day because they're teenagers.
Exactly.
That are recently out of high school.
Yes.
Especially with the seniors getting out. But any questions? Hi, I'm the one that answers them. I tend to also be the person managing the website, trying to get that, because we had a debacle with our Wix page. Sorry about that if you're getting confused. We'll have that up and running hopefully in the next few weeks if things get situated properly. We're dealing with some technical difficulties. But we host these events so you guys can have fun. We don't want to charge you. We don't intend on charging you. Any donations we receive go right into running our events. So you guys can have picks from raffle baskets, the cosplay contest. You know, it helps us get our DJ up and running for the picnic that we do, the large one in August.
Mm-hmm.
Come, it's August 21st. It's so much fun.
You also have one other event coming up before the picnic itself.
We do.
And I think the fans would like to hear about that one as well, which is a 4th annual one, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope.
Or am I wrong?
3rd.
Okay, sorry, 3rd.
I have the 4th dates up though.
Oh, yes, because that's where everybody was getting confused. That's
yes.
right. Okay.
So we have the annual Disney cosplay picnic coming up May 21st this year. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are aware that there are apparently some other events going on in the Boston Commons around the same time. Don't worry. We're not evil like that. We're not going to kick anyone out. We're not going to do anything wrong.
We're not going to attack people.
Everyone's welcome to be a conglomerate of happiness. But we are hosting the 3rd annual Boston Disney Picnic, May 21st. We start at about 11. Your host will be getting there at 10. So if you show up early, you won't be lonely. Hi. You'll meet me and potentially a very tired me sipping coffee in the middle of the gazebo. Bent over my phone.
Maybe.
Probably over my phone because I'll be answering questions as usual. I don't get a break. What is breaks? I don't understand.
These break things, I don't get them either. So we will.
But that's besides the point.
Yes, we're getting off topic here.
We are.
So, getting back to the questions and getting back again to the cosplayers themselves. Now, you and I have been cosplaying for quite a number of years together. Yes. We've done multiple. Because I remember when I met you as FemCL Phantom Hive.
Yes, Robin CL.
Yes, Robin CL, and I was William T. Spears. Thank you very much.
6 years ago now?
7.
7?
Actually.
Oh.
Obviously.
I feel old.
Obviously, you've seen a conglomerate of like younger cosplayers, and like the influx between the young and the old cosplayers coming in.
It's like we hit 2015 and all the young cosplayers just did this.
Yes.
They went on a downward spiral from what I saw.
With that being said, and Anime Boston, of course, right around the corner, which will be March 25th to the 27th. Hope to see you guys there, because I will definitely be there.
So will I. I have no choice. I'm kind of in the masquerade. Yay.
If you had to give people advice on costuming, or if they wanted to do some type of costuming, and it's their first time doing it.
Don't use acrylic paint on your body. Don't use acrylic paint on your body. Don't. Please, please, I beg of you, don't.
This has been a public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Do
not use ace bandages to bind. I will find you. And don't use duct tape to bind. I will find you.
Kaylee, we know where you live.
It's not Kaylee you need to be worried about.
True. But the question is, and we got off topic again because we decided to be silly, which is fine because that's what this show is about. The whole thing is, you know, if they wanted to create like that very first cosplay that they wanted to show off and they wanted to be happy with it. I know Kaylee has mentioned that, you know what, just do it. Just go out and do it and just have fun with it.
That's really all I can say. What I can add to that is maximum effort. Put in your maximum effort and I can guarantee you will love your cosplay at the end of the day. And you know what? If anyone says otherwise as to what your cosplay looks like, tell them no. I did not make this to impress you. I made this for myself.
And also, if you folks at home did not realize yet, yes, he also does play France as well. And as you can see, sometimes he does bring out the France voice without even realizing he's doing it.
If you wanted the France voice, I could have just done it for you to begin with. It is not that hard. Technically, this is the same voice I use for Pip Benedette.
Exactly.
Because he is French. He is not Australian. He is French just because he wears an Australian social. This is besides the point.
Yes. So, getting back to the cosplay against bullying, because you are one of the administrators of that page, how does it make you feel to see that people in our group, in the community, you know, when they bully like younger cosplayers who aren't as experienced as they are, or saying things like, you know, you're not like this person's size. You shouldn't be cosplaying this person because you're not like this size.
It bugs me. It really does bug me, and I will be the first person to say, ignore them. They are wrong. Anybody that tells you you shouldn't cosplay a character because of your size or your body type is wrong. You can cosplay whoever the hell you want. I don't care if you're skinny, if you're overweight, if you're curvy, if you're a stick. I don't care. If you want to cosplay that character, you go forth and you cosplay that character. You do not let people tell you otherwise. You do not let them shame you. Because the moment you turn around and look at them and tell them, well, I didn't make this to impress you, so see ya, you're proving them wrong. You are proving them wrong. Every ounce of that. Hi, Kaylee. Hi.
Speaking of Mama Undertaker carrying a cat on her shoulder, for what reason I have no idea, but that was a segue interruption.
Everything's upstairs, so
Okay.
don't worry about it. Sorry for interrupting your interview.
That's okay.
And
So again, I apologize for the quick interruption there. That was Mama Undertaker just needing to talk to Vincent here, which is fine.
We live together now.
Yes. So, but again, now you've done thousands of costumes in your life. Like, you have helped me immensely, more than I can ever say.
We're sitting in my mother's craft room. I think you should. You know where I get it from.
Yes.
I get it from her.
You know, and I know a lot of people still don't know who you are because you're still getting yourself out there as a designer yourself.
Yes, it's because I'm very minimal in how I do things. I don't, when I take commissions, it's usually very far and few between because I'm usually busy and trying not to pull my own hair out working on my own stuff due to applying things to the cosplay games and the events. Like last year, I was the Grell in the cosplay couples game. Kaylee was Undertaker. It was disturbing to say the least.
Yes, I saw the video, folks, on YouTube. It was, yeah, it made my skin crawl.
There was all of 10 seconds.
Yeah. So, again, getting back to the cons and contests and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, we've mastered some of these cons. We've mastered AB. We've mastered AAC.
We have it down to a science.
We exactly know what to do. If you could give, like, parents who bring their young children to these cons and just say, here you go. You know, and I'm not talking like the kids in the strollers. I'm talking like these teenage kids.
And have it with their parents?
Yes. If you could give the parents one, like, just thing that they could tell their children to not to be at something like that, especially where you have a lot of people walking around and you have, like, people with large props and things.
Be mindful of your surroundings. Always have your head on a swivel because some people, when they're walking, don't necessarily watch where their props are going. I had one year where one kid decided to turn and had a metal rod attached to a stop sign, and he smacked me upside the head with his stop sign. Thankfully, it wasn't that hard. I'm like, well, that serves me right for not paying attention to where I'm standing. I tend to keep my head on a swivel in most cases. I have missed collisions with sides. I have missed collisions with guns, bazookas, you name it.
Well, there was that limbo pole that you and I almost got our necks taken off with at AB last year.
That was interesting.
Oh,
it wouldn't be the first time.
Would you like to tell that story? Because that was hilarious, and even you said it.
No,
because
you
we
can
moved
tell.
at the same time.
You can tell that story.
Okay,
that's all
we were walking down the hall, and we were headed to meet my wife and his girlfriend. And, of course, the two of us were not paying attention to what we were doing.
As usual.
As usual, because we're being goofs, and that's what we do when we're at convention. If you see us at convention, don't run the other way. Please come up and enjoy our conversation, because usually when the two of us get in the same room together, it's usually
ridiculous.
It's mayhem. So, we're walking along, and we're talking, and we're chatting, and we're having a good time. These two guys, I don't know where they were going, I forget where they said they were going, had this long metal pole. And they were holding both ends of it, and people were like getting out of their way. We didn't see them coming. Simultaneously, the two of us just bent back at the same exact time, and we both fell on our asses. I kid you not, we did it simultaneously, and we both looked at each other and went, well, that was a failure in itself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. What was I wearing? I can't remember what I was wearing either.
You were actually wearing your long coat and pants.
My long coat and pants.
Because you were going to the Alternicon table.
I was wearing Bane.
Yes.
I imagine this: a merc just drops on his butt because he almost gets his head taken off by a limbo stick.
Yeah.
Limbo.
And William T. Spears holding his scythe, sitting right beside him and laughing our asses off hysterically, and people staring there looking at us like we've lost our minds.
That's a normal occurrence, though. We always get those looks.
Yes.
You think me and him are bad? You should see me and my girlfriend.
They are worse. Trust me. I've been there, done that.
Undertaker and Growl, need I say more?
Oh my God, that is.
What does you want?
Never mind. We won't go there. Let's not go there. This is not the time nor the place for that.
Guys, it creeps him out. Do it when you see him. Do it.
Walk into this.
But I am not stupid. This is not Master of Disguise. You cannot fool me.
So.
I feel old for knowing that movie.
So again, like I said, going back to the cons, we've been to hundreds and thousands of them together.
At this point.
At this point of the game. Cosplays, speaking on cosplays, let's go with that subject for a minute. Cosplays that you want to do and ones that you might want to revisit.
My cosplay list, it's something special, let me tell you. I need to revisit my Edward Kenway cosplay again. Because he's not done. Shay needs to be remade.
Well, your Edward Kenway was only halfway done, you said.
Yeah.
You hadn't finished it.
No, I kind of just went, I'm going to retire him for a bit. I might just start him over from scratch like I'm going to start Shay Cormac. Because Shay Cormac, and many of you don't know this, my girlfriend no longer has Undertaker. Undertaker has been dismantled for Shay Cormac for last year's Disney picnic. And the reason why we tend to not usually dress as straight Disney characters is so the admins stand out from the rest of the group. We tend to do that because it makes us easy to find. In case something goes wrong, and that is the dog scratching at the door. Oh no!
I want to go out.
Hey. Sorry. Come on. Yes, I have dogs.
Yes. We've got the dog of interruptions right now.
Come on.
There we go. That works.
I'm sorry, my house is a little bit of a zoo.
Yes.
We have a lot of animals. 2 cats, 2 dogs, that's enough for me, I'm good.
Although there was that time you tried to crawl through the doggy door and you got stuck, but we won't talk. You didn't want to talk about that, did you?
No, I did not want to talk about that. We're not going to have that conversation.
We're not going to have that conversation on camera? Are you sure?
No, we're sure.
Are you sure?
We're sure.
Because
You're sure.
it was pretty hilarious, and you have to admit it was.
No. We're not having that conversation. Just like I tried to break in through the window in the basement lab.
No, we won't talk about that one either.
We won't talk about that espionage.
Nope. Wait, that camera's running. Oh boy.
Oops.
So let's conclude this interview with a real good question here. And this is one that I'm sure you can relate to. When it comes to doing couples cosplays.
Yes.
Now, there are some limitations that even I'm not comfortable with going forth with. Now, I understand that most people are probably different from a lot of people. They want to do, if they do a couples cosplay, they want to be that couple. They want to show the love that couple has for one another. And I know you know this for a fact, but there's a difference between showing it and then just blatantly
being disgusting.
Exactly.
Alright. So, when it comes to couples cosplays, yes! Nice! Dress up as the characters. Kaylee and I have done plenty of couples cosplays. Yes, you can show a little PDA, but please, for the love of all things right in the world, don't be shoving each other's tongues down each other's throats in the middle of the dang hallway.
France and America, we're talking to you. Too soon?
Too soon.
Oh, shit.
Please don't. It's kind of gross. There are children at this con. It's PG-13 for a reason. And at that, I usually refer to it as the PG con. Because, in retrospect, I treat the con like it's PG. Because there are children under the age of 13 there with their parents. I treat it no differently than I do the workplace, because for me it is another place of business.
Exactly.
I work Renaissance fairs. I see all sorts of things all day. I see the cleavage. I see the corsets. I see the tiny waists. I see the disgusting amounts of PDA. And there's a lot of other stuff I've seen behind the scenes in my lifetime. Keep it at a minimum. Yes, it is an event, but it is still in public as far as I'm concerned. You may be paying entry to get in, but that's more the reason to keep everything toned down. If you have a hotel room with your significant other, by yourself, by all means, go right on ahead. Other than that, it shouldn't be a discussion that we're having. There's a difference, but there's no fine line between appropriate and inappropriate. It is very clear cut. Which is also kind of why I don't want to say I have a problem, but when I see the girls walking around in the bathing suits at Anime Boston on occasion, I'm kind of like, eh. And you know what? It's not just the women, it's the men too. Maybe you shouldn't be wearing that. There are kids here. I'm very much so an equalist.
So you're saying that people shouldn't dress up like characters from Swim?
Yes. But that's just my personal
That's a segue, by the way, in case you didn't realize.
Goddamn. I've only seen images. I haven't actually watched.
I haven't either. I've only seen images, and trust me, you will not catch me wearing a Speedo.
No.
No.
No, put some clothes on.
Just say no, folks. Remember that. Just say no.
Like, outdoor events with the scuba suit pants.
Acceptable.
Because they usually have the jacket on.
Exactly.
That I'm fine with. If it's an outdoor event like the Commons and you're going to go into the frog pond, okay. But at an indoor con where there's no water? What are you doing? It's cold outside. It's cold in there. Why?
So
it's not even a matter at that point. It's just, I look at you and I go, why?
Or how.
How? Yeah.
So,
I'm fluffy and I'm saying why. It's cold.
So let's just recap just to give people a quick rundown here.
Yeah.
We have coming up in March, from the 25th of March until March 27th will be the annual Anime Boston. Hope to see you all there because guaranteed Desperado Dan will be there. Then we have May 21st, is the annual Disney meetup that will be happening at the gazebo in the Commons.
Yep.
And then on August
20th or 21st. It's the weekend of the 20th. That I remember.
It's the weekend of the 20th. We will be having the annual NECC cosplay picnic. Please come because last year we had over 200 some odd people. No, I'm sorry. No, what was the final
over
count?
1,000.
We had over 1,000 people last year, and you know what? All you guys were great last year.
You were amazing. Please come enter the cosplay contest.
Have fun. The forms are up. They want you to come.
Right before Anime Boston, we will be opening our vendors applications, and we will be opening our cosplay contest applications. And shortly after that, Deathmatch will be opening. So if you want to join in on the favorite character contest, let us know. Because we do give away a tiny little prize. Also, raffle baskets. We have the Hogwarts basket, which, you get all kinds of cool stuff.